TBC, what's the deal? So I'm on boxingscene.com right now. I'm looking at an article. Hughie Fury says Martin was no champ. And he says that Martin, laid down for Joshua, pretty much turned the arena into a Motel 6 and took a nice little nap on the canvas. Well, he didn't take a nap because I guess he got up right and tried to beat the count. But said that he laid down, man. And I'll leave this article in the description box. You guys can click on it and read it for yourself. But he is preparing for a fight at the end of this month on the 30th against the Cameroonian Fred Cassie. Some of you remember Fred Cassie from the Dominic Brazil fight, the Chris Arreola fight, and the Mir Mansour fight. One thing about those three fights, he didn't get any victories. But he fought a good fight. I thought he won the Arreola fight. And I thought the Brazil fight was at least a draw. And then the Fred Cassie fight, I thought it was an evenly fought fight before the knockout occurred. Fred Cassie most likely will show up in shape. I'm sure he'll be in shape. He is getting a little bit older. But he's a tricky guy to deal with. He can go from righty to lefty. He likes to throw overhand rights and lefts. He'll try to catch you with those type of shots. Real tricky guy to fight, man. Real slippery sometimes. Tricky guy to fight. But Hughie Fury goes on to say in this article, he says, Joshua's doing very well in his career. He's doing everything right. He did what he had to do when Charles Martin came to lie down in front of him for a payday. He's, Martin, no champion to me whatsoever. At the moment, I'm taking good fights, getting myself up there, and they're good for experience. Hopefully, I'll be fighting every 4 weeks, and I'm not bothered who it is as long as I'm learning the job properly, so when it's my time to shine, I will. I'm taking fights nobody else is taking, the ones people avoid because they make you look bad. I want these type of fights because when I know I'm fighting for world title, I know to expect everything. That's what I'm going for this year. Good fights, and if a good opportunity comes along, I'll take it. If they say there's an opponent, I don't believe it until I get in the ring on the night because there have been that many opponents pull out. I just don't get excited for anything. Who I fight, I fight. And I believe Hughie Fury was trying to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder, I believe, sometime last year. I believe that they were trying to make that fight. Don't worry, Hughie. All the guys, there may be some guys that you wanted to fight that may have pulled out, so on and so forth. But trust me, once you start stepping up and really, you keep the ball rolling, it's inevitable, until you start fighting some of the top prospects along with yourself or some top contenders to get you ready, for a title shot if you're ready for that. So we're not going to get a long list of guys just running from Hughie Fury. I do like Hughie Fury. I rate him as a very high-level prospect. The prospect guys, I would definitely have him in my top 5 prospects. 21 years old, he got the height, the reach, the mobility. He has a good, he can fight off his back foot really damn decent. So I want to see what happens in this Fred Cassie fight. Cassie is no stranger for, fighting taller guys. Arreola's about 6'4", and Brazil's 6'7". So he's not going to have trouble fighting a big guy. To me, he has more trouble fighting guys that are around his height. But I guess we'll see, because Hughie Fury is different than Brazil, and he's different from Chris Arreola. He fights total opposite of those guys. So I'm interested to see what happens in this fight. Interested, and Fury's been fighting some good fighters. Radinko, now he's fighting Cassie. He's been fighting some good fighters. He was supposed to fight Nagy Aguilera. Then he had a last-minute opponent because Aguilera pulled out. So, damn, who did he just fight, man? I forget. Dominic Gwen? Gwen. And Gwen's a tough journeyman, never been stopped. He'll come to show up, give you rounds. So this is another step up, and he fought George Arias too. But this is I wouldn't say it's necessary because I would rate Radinko probably slightly ahead of Fred Cassie, probably ahead of Fred Cassie. I'll probably rate Radinko. So, but again, it's not a huge drop off. It's not a huge drop off, like a significant drop off. But to me, this is as low as I would want to go because Cassie has been in there. He's experienced. He fucked up Chris Ariola's title shot dreams. Had Ariola won that fight, he was supposed to get the nod to get the title shot instead of Arthur Spilka. Ariola was the guy they were trying to give that title shot to, and he tricked it off because of Fred Cassie. So Fred Cassie can play spoiler to a degree where I think he can make you look very bad, and he will make you walk away from a fight thinking, "Damn, did I even win that fight? Really?" He has those type of qualities about him. But I'm just getting this out there about Hughie Fury. Comments about Charles Martin. A lot of people do not like the way Charles Martin performed in that fight. Not so much that he got knocked out, but it was just the way he took the loss. Just getting this out there. YTBC. I'm out.